Arun just cleared PMP, and this has been a beautiful success journey. And I'm really proud of you. Arun, I am wearing a shirt. This shirt, yesterday I take it out. It was an old shirt. It's pictures of all of you, like the previous people, and my face. I'm gonna get it a new one uh, when, and you will have your face into it. Arun, walk me through your journey. You have your doubts, you have your moments, but today you proved it to yourself, and you proved the promise I gave you on day one that you will be PMP. Share your journey in your own way.
Amir, I think this has been a very awesome journey for me, to be honest. Like, I would say it was maybe full of up and down from last few days due to some medical conditions, but otherwise, I really enjoyed. So, and even if you notice from the day one, I think I still remember you just called me. I just texted you PMP on the LinkedIn, and you just called me and said how ready you are. And I was like, I'm ready. And you said, okay, I'm sending you the link and pay for the fees, and then we'll get you started. And I think that same day I started without even like giving a second thought to myself. And I would like to say to all of you as well, just believe, like in the course, in your program, what you have been teaching covers everything. Not even a single question, like in the exam, I was, like thinking, oh, okay, I don't know the answer to, or maybe, like coming out of the scope or out of the, like topic that you haven't taught. So everything was covered in the program. We did a lot of questions, a lot of similar situations, like were there that were, like in the exam as well. So I'm really happy with how the way, like we went and we achieved all of this together.
Hmm. Thank you very much for that. And today is your coach birthday, Sudhas. So I also like to dedicate this journey to her. Okay,
Yep.
Arun, where are you? Where you give the exam? How was the exam? How did you manage time? Can you walk me through?
Sure. So I'm in based in Canada, and I gave my exam in Oakville, Ontario, at the center. And I managed my time. The planning was pretty much straightforward, as from your direction and from all the coaches' direction. Spend 80 minutes on the first one, 70 minutes, 75 minutes on the second section, and 75 minutes on the third section. With that, with my experience with all the mocks that I've given on the simulator, and even you have given me, time has never been an issue to me. So I always completed the mocks 20 minutes before, and that's the same thing happened with the real exam as well. I ended up submitting my exam 20 minutes before. So the way it happened was, I think the first section I cleared in 70 minutes, the second
Mm-hmm,
section as well I cleared in 70 minutes, and 60 minutes, I think, second section. And the
mm-hmm,
third section, I took 70 minutes again. So
mm-hmm,
out of 230, I only, like used up like 210 to 212 minutes. And
mm-hmm,
then 18 to 20 minutes before I submitted the exam, I took both the breaks. I
mm-hmm,
utilized both the breaks,
mm-hmm,
and I, like relaxed myself. And then, like I utilized that time as well. So
mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Uh, how you were able to complete exam quickly? Were you over prepared? Was the exam easy? What was the reason behind it?
So I think my response, or like my strategy to the exam is simple. Like,
Mm-hmm,
I provide my answer in the best one shot.
mm-hmm,
Like, I never believe, like, okay, spending 5 to 6 minutes, 10 minutes, or stuck on a question, because you can, if you spend 1 minute on one reading a question, like if you are
mm-hmm,
stuck, even like if you spend 1 minute, it will
mm-hmm,
hardly take another 30 seconds to answer the question.
mm-hmm,
Even if you spend 5 minutes, you're not gonna like utilize that 5 minutes effectively. So my strategy, even from my mocks as well, that I go with the first thought, like whatever I feel right, I tick it and I move on. I do, like flag it for review sometimes in the mocks, or even in the real exam. I did, like flag 3 4 questions for review, but other than that, I always try to complete, like questions every 1 minute. And my small part of that strategy was every 20 questions should be completed in every 25 minutes.
mm-hmm,
So I keep a, like track as well. Like, I'm performing well for the first 60 questions in the within the 80 minutes. But I
mhm,
think the questions were not lengthy in my exam. The question, I was familiar to most question as well, like the situation based. There were few drag and drop questions, definitely 8 to 9 questions, but I think most of them, I would say, were covered in the theory classes. Like I knew the definitions, I
mhm,
knew the responses, what is, like I need to do with each drag and drop.
mhm,
So it
mhm,
didn't took me much time to
mhm,
resolve those or solve those questions as well.
mhm. Which mocks were more relevant for you in the real exam? Like you did the final mocks, Agiles, Elite mock. Which mocks are more relevant for you?
I would say the Elite mock 200 and the simulator 180 question mocks. Those were really good mocks.
Hmm,
And I mean, Agile, definitely Agile was there. My whole exam was mostly focused on Agile. There was very less risk questions, scope cost question. There was no calculation questions at all in my exam. A few graphical questions, but again Agile one. Like it was really easy. If they will show you a graph and they will ask you in the question itself, it will say Agile, and the rest all three options are not Agile. So it's very clear you will take that particular option which is Agile. So there was really easy, I mean, to be honest. Like it was Agile heavy, Agile team, stakeholder, mostly these three topics.
hmm, hmm. Okay. Let's say you are starting your journey today, and in next 4 weeks you have to do PMP. Walk me through what would you do differently?
I would say I took 2 months time for my preparation.
Hmm,
But if I reflect back, I think I started efficiently only in last 25 days,
hmm,
24, 25 days.
hmm,
Before that, I spent too much time, or maybe, like in the week, I wasn't dedicating my time daily on the preparation. So sometimes like out of the 5 days, maybe 3 days I will do and 2 days I'm not able to do. So I would say maybe I wasn't efficient in the first month, and I still keep on, kept on dragging the, covering the topics because I missed few classes because of
hmm,
the other commitments. So I, try to cover those classes, and I spent too much time in covering those.
hmm,
But then starting, I think 28th of May or 29th of May, we started on simulator. And then from there on, I started picking up the pace to, do more mocks and solve more questions.
hmm, hmm. Perfectly fine. Okay. So what else you can share to the people? What can be valuable to them for their success journey? Like what things, what steps would you recommend to them?
I think my only recommendation is everybody knows their strength. So
Hmm,
I know my strength. So if I have to, admit now, because I won't admit it before, um, I didn't read, the playbook or the cheat sheet or
hmm,
anyone.
hmm,
So my philosophy is you master one thing. So my philosophy is if you know the theory, you can solve any questions. Like I don't need to look for shortcuts, whether like question is saying do this or question is saying do this. I can identify what to do if my concepts are clear.
hmm,
So I focused on PMP booklet, to be
hmm,
honest. And I
hmm,
read it in last 6 days. I never read it before, even though I mean you kept us saying get it through your bones every day 2 times, every day 2 times. But maybe somehow I missed it, or I don't know. But I read it continuously 2 times last 6 days, so effectively I read it like 12 times.
hmm,
And by today when I was giving an exam, I knew like every single word of booklet.
hmm,
So
hmm,
I knew my strength, that if I know everything, if I remember your class notes, if
hmm,
I know every word of PMP booklet, there is no question that I can't solve.
hmm,
So I went with that strength, and I think, and even with those strength as well, I was doing mocks as well. And
hmm,
maybe I was not scoring like 90%, but in few mocks I was scoring 80, few mocks I was scoring 75, couple tough mocks I think I scored like 65, 68%. So I was scoring good, but I think maybe I might have scored better if I would have read maybe like booklet or earlier.
hmm,
But I would say people should go with their strength. Like they should have the confidence. Like if they have the confidence in the material that you're providing, in the classes, coaching notes that you're providing, then they don't need to worry. I think they can
Hmm.
clear the exam with that.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Stakeholder communication team, Jan, they are the heart and soul of PM, right?
They are the heart and soul of PMP. Like
Okay.
my whole 90% exam was there.
Okay. Perfectly fine. Uh, how important it is to do the RCA, root cause analysis?
That is very, very important. Like I remember a lot of similar situations doing in mocks, and the reason I remember that is because I did the RCs in detail. And
Hmm.
even in my last couple days, I revised those RCs as well. Like I used to star mark the questions. Like suppose if I'm doing 50 questions wrong out of 180, then
Hmm.
there would be 10, 15 questions which will be like really good. Like you
Hmm.
will really want to star mark for your future revision. So I would star mark it, or I will highlight it, and then I revised those questions yesterday to just, like remember, okay, these are the, like the correct options or correct choices that I should make. Because
Hmm.
in those questions, two to three options are good. So we have to go with the best one. And sometimes we get confused with solving a lot of many questions. Okay, which one I selected and which one was correct as well. So sometimes it
Hmm.
happens.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much. Arun, anything else you would like to add?
No, I think the only thing is I'm gonna recommend to my friends, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
Amir. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
recommend my a lot of my friends, a lot of my teammates, they don't have PMP. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
my friends in UK and Europe, they don't have
Mm-hmm.
PMP.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna recommend to them. There is a lot of good points about your course as well. There is a lot of points, like in terms of improvement that I could
Of course.
suggest.
Of course.
So I would do a pros and cons, like of the course, and I will provide it to you if you're really interested, like to
Of course.
improve
Of
the
course.
things.
Of course.
I would
That is
spend
that
my
is
time.
co- that is a continuous improvement thing that
Yeah, yeah,
we are
yeah,
here.
and I agree. But I won't hesitate to say, like your course is 200% designed to be a PMP, and your course is best. Like if somebody wants to clear the PMP in the minimum duration, like
Mm-hmm.
in a targeted duration, they
Mm-hmm.
should definitely reach out to you for your
Mm-hmm.
course. But if
Okay.
somebody, like in saying they are okay with, like 1 year, 6 months, two
No,
years,
my
they are
course is
free.
not for that. My no, no, my course is not for that. My course is the tagline that I use for my course, become PMP in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? And that's exactly where we started, Arun. I asked you the question, like in my script, which I will give to my team, a sales team, there's a line 1 to 10, 10 being extremely important, how serious you are to do PMP in next 4 to 6 weeks. And if somebody says less than 7, we don't communicate with them. This
Yeah.
is straightforward because this course has been designed only because, the coaches that is given, all of them have a target that they need to make sure these people become. Of course, 9th of July is one target. Now you came at that time when the target was external, like
Yeah.
external dependency in the terms of scheduling. But even if you have joined at other time, still we have dependencies. We make the students to book the exam, we follow through it, because in my mind, I'm a big believer, more than 3 months, you cannot focus on any task. You just live it. So with that, that's why 4 to 6 is a soft spot. 2 months is a good time. 3 months is a maximum time. The more I like Zen just cleared PMP in 4 years. He joined me in 2022. Today from Canada. Yesterday he cleared. Yasin cleared in 3 years. And you cleared in 2 months. Azam cleared in 10 days. Like Dahim clear in 7 days. So it's all about how you want to do it, what's your goal, and I am here for you. Thank you, Arun. Thank you very much. It has been a
Also,
beautiful
like
journey.
thank all of your team, all of the coaches, Coach Sudha, Coach Mohit, and all the other coaches as well, because they all are proactive in providing responses to my queries in the WhatsApp group. And I would like to thank all of them.
Thank you very much for this. And each one, teach one is the mantra of the game. Now people will be reaching you out. Help them as much as you can. Thank you
For
very much,
sure.
Arun. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It has been a beautiful journey. I really appreciate.